Okay, let's talk about Dwarf Schefalera. Let's talk all about it. Welcome to Eat Your Backyard, my YouTube channel, where I talk about things like this, and also edible things and other things related to my interests in growing edible, cool things. So, the Dwarf Schefalera that I know of comes in two basic varieties that are available commonly. The regular green Schefalera and the variegated, which is, obviously variegated. It has the white kind of on the leaves, as well as green. This tree, plant, shrub, not really sure what to call it, because you could really grow it as any of the three, depending on how you choose to interact with it, is typically called the umbrella plant, and not hard to understand why. It has a cousin that's gigantic, the regular Schefalera tree, and I've had those in my yard, 35, 40 feet tall, gigantua, 10 feet wide deals, and yeah, that one is not desirable. That state is not desirable for me. That's why I got rid of it, eradicated it. But I still like the Schefalera itself. I just don't want to have, you imagine this petal now as long as my forearm, and those constantly showering down, because that's a very, what they call, dirty tree. It just drops debris like no other, and that can get old. But the Dwarf Schefalera are pretty cool. It has some of the same tendencies, though. It's easy to grow from a cutting, as the same tendencies as that larger version. Easy to grow from a cutting, produces a dense foliage. This one's not too dirty. I mean, you look down here, you don't see a bunch of Schefalera leaves. You see all the cow manure and compost I put in here to regenerate my yard, which is going quite well. But so what I do is I just plant cuttings along here, and then I trim them, though. But you got to trim them. You got to give these a haircut for sure on a regular basis, or they become just morass of nothing but. So we don't like that, just because we like variety. I do. So yeah, we got to trim them off. But these make excellent cuttings. They also make excellent things to put in your yard waste, so that the county will make compost of them. So Dwarf Schefalera, you can see I've got them all interspersed throughout this bed in my backyard. And it's really a rather nice fence my neighbor has up here, but I just decided it would be cool to have also a backdrop against it. So this is evolving as well. I have a lot of plans of what to do to this. One other thing I also use commonly for foliage is the Dracaena. So I got a few different varieties of Dracaena, if you look. Yeah, and then there's the silent invader, the Mexican petunia. Beautiful and relentless. You cannot say no to Mexican petunia. I mean, you can say no, but you'll be saying no again and again. It's coming back. So I've learned to just live with it. This was a nifty idea where I saw it and I go, oh, I wonder if I can grow that from a cutting years ago. Yep. The answer to that question is you can definitely grow it from a cutting. You can grow it from a cutting in the corner of your yard way down there and then have it wind up down here. So why it hasn't completely grown out into the yard, I'm not sure. It kind of chooses where it wants to be. But you got to keep it trimmed. But I like, I can't beat those flowers. It's simply beautiful. No two ways about it. That's incredible, and it actually looks really cool from afar. It's like dense enough flowers. It looks cool, but you're not getting rid of it. But you got to keep it trimmed back, or it looks scraggly. I built this coquina rock wall around the back, and so I want to keep it tight against the fence. I want this to be a tight thing. I've got this tree-formed Dracaena here that kind of completes the turn, so to speak. Anyway, yeah, interesting things, but Dwarf Schefalera is a great foliage, healthy, strong grower, but you have to trim it because it constantly wants to do that. It constantly wants to just reach for the stars or reach for 15 feet away. But if you trim it, it bushes up, and it is awesome. Hey, thanks for watching Eat Your Backyard. If you like this kind of thing, go ahead and subscribe. Then every time I have a dumb idea, your pocket will vibrate and tell you, hey, it's another one up. So go ahead and subscribe to Eat Your Backyard, and thank you for watching.